Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Limitless Healing Angels, Cards, Coffee, and Cosmic Community with
Jeanie.
and Michelle. welcome. And she's going to silence her phone now.
I normally do.
She's just very excited because because of our schedules, we had to do a later reading tonight. And her husband was so sweet. He surprised her with a whole trail of flowers down the driveway, all around the house, and there's everywhere. So here's the beautiful roses that he just gorgeous. It was such a nice surprise for all of us. I drove home and I'm like, I don't have any significant other, but that's really cool.
And I was like, when I pulled in the driveway, I'm like, what is that? Like, what the heck? And I actually thought it was my daughter's boyfriend, but it was actually my romantical husband today.
Yeah, it was very, very cute. So we're just breathing in all the goodness, all the smell of the fresh roses, and it's just so beautiful. It's like I'm actually standing on roses right now.
Me too.
Yeah, figured that's a heck of a way to ground myself in the loving
Well,
energy.
You know, the queens get to walk on rose petals, so.
So why not? I'm embracing that.
Yep. Do you want to go first?
So I pulled the first card that came up was number 41. So this is kind of cool because these two came out together actually. 41 and 14. And I love the numbers mirrored. 5 5s. That's a whole newness. And even together, the combination makes a one combination. So it's like monitor your thoughts kind of things. But this is more of a 5 energy for both of these. 5 5. And so that's all newness and freshness. So that's a new beginning with connecting to spirit through your intuition, through your crown chakra. And Archangel Uriel, however you want to say it, tomato. This archangel, it would be wonderful to reach out to and connect with for your to connect with the Akasha, to connect with your higher self, your intuition, and develop. It's time to start developing it and moving forward. For some of you, it might be a little, like you're not sure where to start. It's always best to start within. And I say that because it's a huge part of the process is about developing yourself, your confidence in yourself, and accepting what comes through from spirit. That's a huge part of it. So there's no better place to start than there, because you'll get answers to things before you even have the thought, or before you might have the thought and not speak it into life, and then all of a sudden you're like, how did that come to fruition? How did they know? Those are the intuitive answers that you want, and those confirmations to validate what spirit's trying to tell you, that it's there, it's real, that connection. And so honor that, and try to make time to meditate, make time to do some, get a Tibetan bowl and work that, or crystal bowl or something, or use some of the Hertz frequencies. You can find them on YouTube. I love using them.
Oh yeah. I sleep with them every night.
Yeah, me too.
Different ones, different times.
And they make a huge difference. They clear the energy of the space. Sometimes your workspace isn't the greatest, and if you're able to, you can use them there too. But you can call in these colors. It's the your seventh chakra, so you can call in the purple colors. All the indigos and the violet. Sorry, I couldn't think. I knew it was an indigo, but I couldn't think of what it was called. So the violet colors, bring all that in and just sit in the energy of that light frequency, and try to connect with the energies that are there. Connect with Uriel. And this other one came out, and it's so funny because it was the energy of the moment, I guess. Like I said, they came out together. So it's about connecting. This is carrying connections. And so this could mean a couple of different things. I've been picking up carrying connections. I'm getting people that have crossed over. There's some people that are trying to make connections with you. And so part of that process of learning to connect to yourself, your higher self, is to be open to spirit when they come through. And so some of you may be experiencing that, where you're hearing, and the veil is thinning by the moment.
Yes.
So,
yes, it is.
yeah.
There's been a lot of interesting things happen.
Yeah, crazy synchronicities that you're just like, you have to like get taken aback after everything I've witnessed in my life,
Yeah.
and it's numerous,
It
and I'm
still makes you go like, what?
yeah, like,
Whoa.
did that just happen? You know, like it's been crazy, but it's been interesting,
Yes.
and so, but in that, as that veil thins, more and more spirit will come through, more and more angels will come through, more and more connections will come through. But for a good deal of you, this is also time for you to connect to your twin flame, your soulmate. It's that time, especially for the next few months. I feel like a lot of people that have been kind of, you know, maybe from COVID, from being, made to stay inside and all those missed opportunities for connections that have happened through this year. Now's the time. It's going to start opening up again, and you'll see things speeding up, and you'll see those connections being made. So if you get an intuitive prompting to go somewhere or be somewhere or call
I
someone,
need to go get a bottle of water for no reason. I need to go to the grocery store for one item, and you're like, well, that's stupid, but
do
listen
it.
to it.
Do it, because you wouldn't believe, like, not for nothing, like, not that I caught my son skipping school one day doing that. I just felt like I needed to. Spirit was telling me, like, take this way home from work instead of this your normal route, and I did, and son of a gun, there was my son, you know he was walking in the neighborhood, and I happened to catch him, and I did a double take, and I was like, get over here now. It was a long time ago, but I mean, those are the kinds of things that happen. So when you and it's happened to me numerous times, but that's
Oh, yeah.
just the first one that popped into mind. But listen to spirit, because they're always talking, and they're always trying to guide you. Your higher self is forever talking to you. Your spiritual partners are always talking to you. And this card, simplicity, goes with both of these, in that it's just clearing away the clutter, removing anything that's going to keep you distracted or angsty, so that you can't be in a meditative, contemplative state where you can be open to receive these messages when they come through, and be aware of when these connections are here. So when you meet this person, it's going to be really, really good, really good. It's time for that.
And what I get with the simplicity is because we as humans tend to make things so complicated, so difficult. Simplify. You know, if you hear something or you feel something, instead of going, oh my God, like you're making it so much more difficult, just like, okay, and go with the flow kind of thing, and let go of the control.
Years ago, oh yeah, I was a big control freak. Years ago, when those messages would come through from spirit, I would stop and, like, I didn't hear that. That can't be possible. And I'd rationalize everything under the sun. I would race right from that moment to my head, trying to think up a million different reasons why that wasn't logical or possible or whatever. And because it was scary to me to think that things like that were even possible, even though I grew up seeing spirit, having, abduction ish things going on. And I had paranormal in and out of my life my whole life. But when something new came, because of my control issues, I was forever like trying to negate that all the time. But I caused myself so much delay in my growth and my progress over the years by doing that. I had to destigmatize everything in my life, and I had to teach myself, retrain myself, that this is normal. This is normal. This is good. This is okay.
This is how we're supposed to be. This is
Yeah.
how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be open to the messages we're receiving. We're just not.
Deconditioned.
There you go.
That's
Perfect.
The word. Yep.
Well, I love it because like there's purple and most of these, even like there's a little purple in there.
Ooh,
I'm like,
I just
yeah,
got the chills.
lots of purple. So mine, I got deep cellular healing. So this is for physical and emotional healing. I know, and we had this one. Was it yesterday or a couple days ago? I don't remember anymore. And it's just all about love and light. See, love and light here, and work on that heart chakra. All the pinks and purples, and work on your heart chakra. And then the next one was balance. So take everybody's input into consideration, merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. And to me, balance. We do ask help a lot of times to get people's input, and sometimes that's not the best thing to do. Is listen to your own guidance and your own self-awareness, because you know the answers. And when you're reaching out to somebody else, sometimes it puts you off your path, because you're like, well, you said no, so I don't think I should do it, kind of thing, and so
It's about building trust in yourself. It's about building trust with
and
spirit.
the guidance you get.
Yep. And so just honoring that, that relationship that you have with them. And it's not that the person that you're asking for advice from, they may be giving you great advice, but it's more about you owning what's coming from within and around you. And so it's developing that connection with spirit and with your guides. That's what's most important.
Yeah. And then the last one was volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's got the blue in there and some. Oh, actually, there's a little purple in that flower back there. So pink, purple, and pink. So volunteer. You can do that. We do this volunteer. This is our volunteer work, because we love doing this kind of work.
Yep.
But you can do so many different things volunteering. You're just, even if it's just volunteering a smile.
Mm-hmm.
That
I volunteer. I've always done like coat drives, community stuff. Lately, I did
The
food box, ministry that does the food box and stuff. And so it's just important. Whatever, if you feel called to do something, do it.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen at the place, who you're going to meet, where that's going to take you down the road, because that could be. Yeah, exactly where I was going with that.
You never know.
You never know.
I literally woke up one day. This was maybe 99, 2000-ish. And I woke up one day and literally with this thought in my mind of, I've got to drive a bus. I've got to get a job as a school bus driver. I have no idea where it came from. It was totally spirit driven. I picked up the paper and said, oh, they're hiring. Great. I didn't even want to get a job. I had no intention to get a job. I was a stay-at-home mother at the time. And I went through the whole training. I did the whole thing. Come to find out, it was to meet my second husband, who is a soulmate of mine. And we're more like twin flames, him and I. And then soulmates, I think, because it's great, it's great, and it's not. So, so that's why he's my ex-husband now. But he's a big part of my life. But it was all to have that experience of being together, meeting each other. And so if I had negated that and not followed that intuition and said, "Oh, what are you, crazy? You don't need to, whatever." And I met some great people. And I've had a lot of great experiences from those people that I met over the years. But that caring connection through coming through, finding yourself and honoring that's
keep in balance and keep working on your heart, opening your heart, and things will come your way.
Yeah. And all of that, when you're doing that, this deep cellular healing, physical and emotional, the more you make those connections, it opens up, it breaks free a lot of the blockages that we have in ourselves, because even that it's not just like, I don't know if anybody's familiar with energy work, what they say, like, your body holds everything, okay? So your physical body is a manifestation of everything, every thought you have, every action you do. So over the years, that negating process, if you are blocking yourself and you're dishonoring the messages that are coming through and the thoughts and everything, then that creates some energetic blocks or emotional blocks in you. And so by honoring that and taking these steps to find balance and acknowledging that and moving forward with it, that helps to clear up on a deep level cellularly. It breaks those up, breaks them free, so that you can grow and become a different person, because you're making a different choice.
And then you'll see a better physical, because when you work on the cellular level, then it'll manifest into your physical world and your physical body, and actually it'll shine out into everybody that you come into contact with too. You don't have to change anybody. If you just go work on yourself, then people around you will change.
I had I had an experience. Well, the coughing was making me think of it. It was a few years ago, and I went to the doctor for a physical. And I'm not big on medical doctors, but I go just to kind of maintain every couple of years, just to see where I'm at, so I can gauge. Because I'm not big on prescription medications and the whole mainstream medicine, and some of them are great and some of them aren't, But I think we've lost our way as a society as far as that goes. So, but that's just my opinion. So, I had gone to the doctor for a physical, and he started with his, going through everything, going through the blood work, and he's like, well, your levels are a little high for your thyroid, so I think I want to talk to you about putting you on medication. And I said, whoa, that's a permanent thing for the thyroid, right? And I said, so what are we talking about? So I got more information on it, and I said, no, I don't want to do that. I said, I'll clear it up myself. And he goes, how are you going to do that? And I said, well, diet, exercise, mindfulness. He kind of snickered, and he said, I'll give you 2 months. And I said, you'll give me 2 months? Like, don't challenge me on that. So I'm like, ah! I love that duck. So I said, you give me 2 months, whatever, that's fine. I said, so I went home, and I did everything. I got this whole routine set up for myself, and I walked through my own journey to see what could be causing any thyroid issues, and I looked at it from a holistic perspective, and I went through every avenue. I addressed it. I mindfully addressed it, so that I was aware and I was able to take care of it. I changed my diet. I changed my sleep patterns. I started using my voice to speak my truth, to allow it to come out in a peaceful manner, so that I could help. That also helped any anger issues that I've been holding on to over the years. So it was a whole process, a whole journey. I did a lot of mindfulness. Healing. I used a lot of, deep cellular healing. I used a lot of Louise Hay's. I love her. Oh God, I love her. She was an earth angel for sure.
Oh yeah.
But I used a lot of her mindfulness techniques, where affirmations, and I would just affirm to myself that I was well, healthy, balanced, that all my my cells were working together, everything was great, my DNA was repairing itself, whatever mantras I had at the time. And I set that up for myself, and 2 months later I went to the doctor, did my blood work, and he didn't even have the nerve to call me back. He had the nurse call me back, and she was like, your levels are amazing. They dropped way down, like amazing. And she's like, I don't know what you did, but keep doing it. And I said, I'll write the book and tell you. And she
still hasn't finished that book yet.
Working on it. So that's on my bucket list, is a to-do list of things that I want to get done before I'm here. That's part of my deep cellular healing, is letting everything go and
once you write it down and let it go.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's about taking action too.
Yeah. So
you got to take action and make things happen to get it out there, So, but yeah, so I healed my thyroid. So in 2 months,
possible.
Everything's possible. It's mind, body, spirit connection. So.
Exactly.
Mhm. I don't know how I went off on that tangent, but I don't remember. So, but spirit talks when spirit talks, I guess. Oh, you got a 14 too. I didn't even realize that. Look at all the fives.
Oh, I didn't know either. 3 5s then.
Oh my gosh.
There you
Look at that. Look at that.
14, 41, 14.
5 5 5. 5
there
5
you
5. New. New beginnings all around. So have a great day.
All right.
Love y'all.
See ya next time.